So tell me about your car.
So this is a 1929 Durant, model 63. Durant was a guy who started General Motors, but then up until about 1921, he had a big falling out with the board of directors, and he said, well, you know what, I'm going to start my own company. So what he did was he started his own company based on the structure of General Motors. So there's a very low option, which is the Star. There's the mid-priced option, which is this, which was the Durant. And then there's a high-end option, Locomobile. So he basically made that structure, and then the company went belly up just about 10, 11 years later after the Depression. So this was one of the last years in 29 that they had a car.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that with me.
No problem.
I appreciate that.
Which went to the Sultan of Brunei, 10 of which went to private collectors. This is one of them. We are so lucky to have this car here.
So the car's been all over. I mean, there's Dino. This is, we won a Concorso Italiano with the car. We won the La Jolla Concours. There was my brother. He won at the Dana Point Concours with the car. And one time we had to drive it to Northern California, so we rented a Sprinter. we got 2 pieces of wood from Home Depot.
Oh my God.
And we drove it into the back of the Sprinter.
That's hilarious.
And it fit.
Yeah.
And we didn't even tie it down. We just put the handbrake
I was
on.
gonna say, oh wow.
And every day at night, we would park it in the back. So finally, we were done all the events we had to go to, and we went to this one event which was really fancy. But the tickets were super expensive, and you had to park super far away. So my brother came up with the bright idea. As we showed up, he says, oh, we have a delivery from Fiat of USA. They looked inside, they let us right in.
Oh,
we parked right in the front, free entry to the place.
That's amazing.
And yeah, just, and then Annetta, we did this other show where Annetta,
yes, yeah.
and she did her nails with Fiat on them.
Oh, isn't that neat? So you have a lot of fun with this car.
This is, there is a great deal of fun. There are my parents.
Yeah, right on.
You know.
How long have you owned it?
Since 2009.
Oh, wow.
Just when we finished it, Annetta. So if you take a look at the original commercial when this car was made, there's a guy doing this. He's kind of coming around. So that's where she replicated that image.
Will be collected at 12 noon.
That's great. No,
Please get your vote in.
So, yeah,
People's
we've had
Choice
this for a long
ballot.
time.
Vote for the car of your choice on the field. That's a very special award. Those ballots will be collected at 12 noon.
Sure, absolutely.
Here, I'll give you one. Can I give you one of these?
We'll end at 1 o'clock.
I will make. I make car show videos, so I'll. If you don't mind me, I'll put some of that in if that's okay with you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What a nice car.
Bidding will be concluded at 1 o'clock. There are tickets there for hockey.
far as I'm concerned, it was like the legend going around of this Zephyr that was in Oshawa.
Oh, okay.
I heard about it a few times because I had other Zephyrs. So people would say, yeah, I would know this guy in Oshawa. He's got a Zephyr, you know, and my ears perk up.
Yeah, yeah.
So finally one day, Diane's mother was in IGA and Bob Cajun.
Yeah.
And a guy, she came out of the store. There was a guy parked outside in a 54 Buick or something like that.
Yeah.
So they start talking. She says, oh, my son-in-law's got a Zephyr. This is my other one.
Yeah.
And this guy says, oh, I got one too. And this is the guy.
Oh, wow.
So she got his name, I think it was. So I searched all around, found out his address in Oshawa. So I was working in Oshawa one day, and I drove up the street and looked at the numbers of the houses. And I went by, and the garage door was up, and I went, oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
I just see the roof.
good morning and a very warm welcome
There it
to
is.
everyone.
Wow, that's awesome. How long have you owned it now?
Public is invited.
I think it was
We have a
2010.
magnificent
What can you tell me about your car?
Well, it's a 1933 Franklin V12.
Wow.
Franklin built about 200 V12s. There are probably a dozen and a half that still exist that are anywhere from parts cars to restored cars.
Right.
There are, I think, about 5 of the V12s that are in private hands. There are a number in museums. This particular car was restored in 1970.
Wow.
Bill
1970.
Yeah, Bill Harris. It's a former Harra car, and then was sold at the third Harra auction in 1986.
Wow.
And went down to Texas, and then went through a number of owners. Was out in California for a number of years. And then the fellow that I bought the car from was from Estes Park, Colorado. And he was president of the Classic Car Club for a number of years. And he decided to sell it and put an ad in Hemmings with a picture and a price and a phone number.
And you said, that's my car.
I showed the ad to my wife so she could see the price, because it was not inexpensive.
Yeah, I can well imagine.
Called the guy up, and we talked a little bit, and I ended up buying it sight unseen.
Oh, look at that. Wow. Is your Bronco?
That's a friend of mine.
Okay. First year. Ask me how I know. So did this have doors, or they didn't come with doors?
From the factory, no. The roof didn't have doors.
It didn't have doors. It's funny, you know, like these weren't all that popular back in the day, but they're real popular now. Is that why? Right, but now they're popular because they're hard to find. You're right.
In this version, and that's what made them more rare than that.
Yeah. So tell me about your car.
It's a 1959 Meteor Montcolm quarter hardtop.
also like to mention that we have a number of vendors.
We were living in Wingham at the time, and we were coming up to Owen Sound for the weekend because I grew up here, and I have 2 brothers and a sister, and at that time an aunt and an uncle. My mother-in-law were still living in the area. We were driving up every weekend to visit them because Mary's mom was getting up in the 90s by then. And
thank you to our vendors that are...
we'd had a problem with the tire went flat and we couldn't get the spares, so we called the garage and they came and fixed it. And to save time because it was getting late, we cut cross country and we ended up coming up Highway 6, which we normally avoid. And on the way through Chatsworth, which is just south of Owen Sound,
I know Chatsworth.
I'm driving, and at the north end on the left-hand side, there's a used car lot with the lights on. And Mary said, "There's an antique car. I think it's a Ford from the 50s. On our way back to Wingham tomorrow, we should stop and look at that." And she also likes green. That's her favorite color.
Okay, so it's a green car from the 50s, so it's got 2 things going for it.
Yeah. So
He knows the money.
Yeah, that's right.
we stopped the next day and talked to the guy. He knew it was rare, but he didn't know how rare. But I have a whole library of car books. I've been in antique cars since I was a teenager. Right. I'm now 82, and I've gone through 53 antique cars, and we have 5 at the moment. But anyway,
You fix them? Pardon? Do you do them? Do your own work on them?
No.
Body work in them?
I do some work. I take them apart, put them together, find the parts, and pay the bills.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I'm not a mechanic. I don't want to ruin a rare engine because I don't know what I'm doing. And I want a body job better than I'm capable of. So, anyway, I went home. I looked it up in the book. They made 361 of these Ford hardtops.
Wow.
And, of course, Meteors were basically a Ford with different trim, different grills, only in Canada. And I've researched it, and including our car, I've only found 5 survivors in the world.
Wow.
I've never actually seen any of the others, but I have documentation and
Isn't
and
that
pictures of them.
well, I'm going to say, I go to a lot of car shows, and I don't think I've seen one.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, there were about 3 or 4 different engines you could get.
Yeah.
And this is the original engine for this car. They called it the Edsel engine, 361 cubic inches.
Wow.
So,
that was ours.
yeah, yeah. It's a great car. So we negotiated price, and we drove it home for $11,500.
Wow.
Certified.
Wow.
And I think the only thing he did was change the wiper blades or something. And then we started doing improvements over the years. Like, we've had this car 20 years now.
No kidding.
And since then, we got an upholstery kit, which is a perfect match to the original for the seats. And bumpers chromed. I had to get the correct fender ornaments cast up. One of the first tours we went on with it, a guy from over Alliston Way had a 57 Meteor Tudor hardtop, and his hood ornament was exactly the same as these fender ornaments, and he had a spare, so he loaned it to me to use as a pattern. And there's a company in Coburg does small castings, and they made those.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And then I had to get the correct mirrors. This trim comes down to here and it stops.
Yeah.
Like, this is unique to Meteor.
Oh,
if it was a Ford, it would say Fairlane 500.
Oh.
But they wanted Canadian sounding names for Meteor.
Wow, well that's
and
really
it's
neat.
not a Galaxy, it's a Montcalm. And I got these from a guy in Oakville that used to work at Ford, where this car was built. And he said at the end of that model run, he spotted the pair of these in the trash barrel. So he took them home. They're brand new, they've never been on a car.
Well, they have now.
Yeah, they're keepers.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
This is a late model car that came out mid-season. The cheaper models, the back window came around to here and they had a narrow C-pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your car story with me. So tell me a little bit about your car.
Okay, this was originally on the drag strip and wasn't in great shape because the guys didn't know what they were doing. It was blowing black smoke, and so I did the restoration for a number of years, and then when we took it in to get paint, I think the builder was very smart in saying, what is your theme? So the theme is sexy, sassy, and a little badass.
I like that.
So once we started with that, then each part that we did now had to say something. And it's based on water flow, the bending of light, and you can see that throughout the car, even in the sun. So once we got there, we had to name the car, so that's Sasha. I custom blended the paint, called Sensation.
So you call the car
Sasha.
Sasha.
So sexy Sasha, sexy, sassy Sasha Sensation.
Wow.
Going that way.
I like that.
Right. So what you're looking at, since it's the only Roadster that you're seeing in North America, again, no windows, no top. The engine compartment, we did exactly opposite of what everybody else does to make it a piece of artwork.
So what did you do?
Well, in that case, the engine's hidden. We didn't want chrome, and minimal chrome on the outside. But then, as we went around, we don't see wires, hoses, lines, brake lines and all that kind of stuff. So all that has been rerouted. The seats are one-off, handmade out of wood. So they're all carved. Took approximately 6 weeks to get just that done.
Wow.
Yeah, we got about 30,000 just in the interior. It has 2 electrical systems, one for indoor shows and one for outdoor shows. Indoor, we light up the front teeth, the engine, underneath the dash. The seats light up. We can change the seats to different colors. Yeah, we can strobe it. We can dance to the music. And then we have the gas tank. In the front, we went old style with the 13 teeth, but they're only the large teeth. But if you look at it, we made it into a mouth. The original ones are very square,
right?
And so I didn't care for that. So it took a couple of weeks in design to kind of get that going. So the rad's been changed, double fans up there, and so each part of this had been constructed at that point. So if you look at the edges, we accented them to bend the color. So you can see that if you stand here, you can see how it's just blowing everything as it goes into the sun.
What is this color?
This is called Sensation. It's custom blended PPG.
Nice.
Which we won't give you the code.
Okay.
So don't offer me money.
Well, my car, her name is Ruby.
Okay.
Because it's ruby red.
Ruby red. There you go. So if I can show you some other things.
Sure, I would love to see it. Yes.
I guess
I'll get on this side.
First thing is to know her.
Oh, I'm meeting her for the first time. Very nice.
And then everything again is based on the flow. So we take your eyes to where we want them to go. You will look at the stitching. It goes all the way down, and instead of putting carpeting in, we had to have that flow. The stitching matches with the door open and the door closed.
Wow.
Okay. Our 2 electrical systems, I'll go over to the other side.
Okay. You want me to come over there or stay over here? All right. Oh, look at that. What's that?
Everything's been customized to be there.
Oh, that's
Our
awesome.
switch will switch between 12 and the 110.
Yeah.
So we can light it up.
Outstanding collector cars on the field today.
This is the stereo system. It will pop up.
Oh, does it? Oh, really?
What
Wow.
you're looking at here,
Look at that.
I think you have a grasp of what this is.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's paint. So you're looking at hand-painted graphics.
That is really, really cool.
Now, on the edge of it,
I'm gonna come around here. Hold on. I'm gonna get some great shots when we're done here.
on the edge of it, that is metal.
Oh.
It is metal stitching.
Wow.
Tell your viewers to pick up on that.
I will. I will tell them.
It's not been seen before, but it took multiple days to put all these holes in, bend the metal, and then bend it underneath.
Wow.
3 days of work.
That is amazing.
Right.
It is a spectacular car.
So up front, if you look at your teeth, I guess for your...
I want to see the teeth. Yes, show me the
The
teeth.
difficulty in the graphics is, if you look very closely, the thin line that this guy put on this to do this handwork.
Yeah.
You can see the precision
I like
of the build, and then the two-tone.
Yeah, the black in there is amazing.
Well, that's a crackle paint on top, so it had to be aligned again.
Wow.
And then set up again. So then that was repeated through on the top, inside on the top of the engine. But right now we have about 117 modifications. So it would take me a little while longer to show you all. I'll show you the last little clue for
Sure.
you.
Did you design it? You designed it all, eh?
Most of it.
All the modifications came out of your brains.
Yeah, the builder said a couple times, he said, just go away and come back. And that's where he did some stuff that was very nice.
That's my YouTube channel.
Like the dashboard, the seats were mine and all that. But I told him what I wanted. He just had to get to where I was. But I don't know if you can catch this, but if you look through the rear view mirror, can you tell me what you see?
I can see right through. Can see right through it.
You see my interior.
Yeah.
I have an unobstructed view.
Wow. How did you do that?
You have to cut that glass. It's
Wow.
cut.
Wow. That is really, you know, it's that kind of attention to detail that makes this really stand out. You know?
And yeah, everything you can see is a little bit different. Now,
Yeah.
I can give you the last clue.
Sure.
Children have their baby dolls hooked into stuff to
Yeah.
hold them, or your
Right.
G.I. Joe. your
Yeah.
doll. Those are doll parts.
You use what you can.
It works.
It does. So you had to tub this out a little, eh?
A little bit. A little bit, probably. A little more than most people.
Yeah. It. Wow. So what kind of horsepower does this car have?
Last one, probably just about 365.
Oh, on this light little car, that would be something
It's
else.
enough. I can make my wife scream.
I bet you can.
That's what I like. She, we open it up and she screams, and I said, "That's enough."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So where are you out of?
Out of it's Parksburg, Pennsylvania, but it's below Lancaster, the home of the Amish. We live with those, so this is kind of odd for the Amish. Yeah.
So the Amish, they
very appreciative.
They would appreciate this shiny red car.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't do their buggies in this color.
No, not so many.
Let me open the trunk for you if you give me a second.
Sure, absolutely.
Wait a minute. I'm in the middle of this.
Are we okay here?
I just want to open the trunk for him.
I'm keeping this young lady company.
You can keep.
Somebody has to.
Keep.
Oh, you keep? Okay. I thought free zone.
It's made for competition, so it has to be very tight.
Look at that. You actually do have a trunk. Sort of.
We only see two with a trunk.
Yeah.
And then we have the covers for the back.
Well, when you don't have the top, that's the trunk.
That's it. And nobody else has done that.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty
So
neat.
we finished it in the same material to match up.
It's so well done.
Thank you.
I can't even express to you how impressed I am.
Well, you're seeing one of one, so we like it.
Yeah. Great job.
We like people who like it too.
I like Corvettes. I like Corvettes a lot. So
Well, give them one of our things here.
Where is
60. My friend, what do we have here? That's all my electrical. In a
here it is.
competition, you have to have batteries.
Okay, well, she has her own Facebook.
Oh, of course she does.
And here's her button.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
That's very nice. I will put that up. I have on my shop wall. I have anything like this that I get.
Yes.
I put it up on the wall.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, when I've done interviews with collectors, they've given me posters of their collection, and I put them up on my wall.
Okay.
So I'll join this to the wall.
Yeah, so it's a replica made from race car replicas. They did the chassis and the suspension work. Came with a fiberglass shell, and then what happened is I met a guy in Guelph, vintage tin, and basically what he did is he took the fiberglass shell and used it as a buck, and then hand built all the panels.
Wow, it's an amazing build.
And then Jason and Jason from Fiat Custom Cars, they helped with the mechanical. The motor's an XK motor from a 1970 E-Type, pushing about 350 pounds of torque, and the car weighs 2,100 pounds, so it's a lot of fun to drive. Yeah.
So it's a blast. Are you going to do vintage racing with it or anything like that? Or?
Yes, probably next year. I'll probably take motorsport, but I want to get all the kinks out, make sure everything runs fine before I endanger myself and the car.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful build.
Thank you.
And yeah, thanks for talking to me a little bit about your car. Yeah. I heard you saying a little bit about the carburetors there.
Yeah,
so it's not really carburetors.
No, yeah, it's a Gen V Heritage throttle bodies.
Nice.
So it's fuel injected, which is nice. It has individual coil packs that run the ignition. The timing is done off the crank, and it's got a Haltech 750 ECU that does that's the brains behind everything.
I like when people do stuff like that. It makes it a lot more drivable. It makes it a lot more updated.
Yes, updated, 100%. Yeah, I could be in downtown traffic at 40 degrees weather outside, and
still
idle
drive
fine and drive fine, and not affect anything.
Yeah, car was not really made for that the way it was before.
No, Webers are good once they're tuned in, but once you start hitting different humidity levels,
you're toast. Well, thank you very much.
Well, it was made in Surrey, British Columbia.
Okay.
It was completed in
People's Choice ballots
in 2000. Sorry,
being collected,
1957. It was completed in 1957.
Okay.
Balloting will be closed.
The guy who made it, one guy, did the design,
Choice ballot.
did all the construction.
Get your ballot in.
Steel frame.
That will be
in the
closed
aluminum body.
momentarily.
Wow.
And the silent auction bidding will end at 1 o'clock.
A genius.
Wonderful items there, especially if you're a sports fan.
I can show you. When I lift the bonnet, you can see the hammer marks.
I want to see that.
And the gas welds.
I want to see that.
On the aluminum.
Can you show me that?
Yeah. I'll show you.
That'd be great. Well, let's go over and take a look at this car.
The bids are listed, so you can tell instantly what bid you need to make to possibly be the winning bidder. Buy a 50-50 raffle ticket for
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
$100.
Now, are
the
those
drawing
Webers?
for that will be after the Concours today.
Okay.
A lot of cars.
We were selling those tickets yesterday at the Cars and Coffee in downtown Owen Sound.
It's a TR3B engine.
And I'm certain that there's quite a dollar figure
150 horsepower.
50-50
Which is
drawing.
an enormous amount of horsepower, something this light.
It's only 1,500 pounds.
Wow.
10 to 1 weight.
So
weight to horsepower.
It's like a go-kart.
It is. And it handles like a go-kart.
I bet it does.
It's very neutral in its handling.
Is it?
Tabulated at
like you're not afraid to go into a corner.
We hope to have the judging results.
I've restored a
so that
Sprite
we can
as
start
a race
the award
car,
ceremony
finished race car. And I raced it for 8 years before I bought this. And it was a neutral car.
And our program
the only thing was it was a momentum car. Not enough power.
And
you really had to
People's
do the
Choice
corner
balloting
right so you could come out of it with any speed.
Right.
This, to me, handles just like that Sprite did.
Wow.
Except for the difference of having 150 horsepower.
So, what is this? Is it 4-speed or?
Yes.
4-speed.
It's a Triumph case with a racing gear set.
Wow.
So the gear set in it is close ratio,
so
non-synchro.
What racing would they use a car of this style in?
Well, this was a classic sports racer.
Okay.
So every vintage group has a sports racer class.
Wow.
Which was an SCCA class.
So how fast would this car go?
I don't know.
Okay. But in a racing situation, they would be going...
I've had it going to 104 miles an hour.
Wow, yeah, that would be fast.
I don't have a speedometer, but I was trying to interpolate from the tach.
Right.
But
the gear and the tach.
Yes.
And the skin flying back on your face.
Well, in the front, the bonnet lifting up on these springs 2 inches because of the air coming in underneath.
Wow, that's incredible, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you for bringing this up. And welcome to Canada.
Thank you. We're glad to be here. We've had a wonderful time.
What a beautiful car. Thank you for showing me the car.
I'm glad you like it.
I really do.
I got to tell you one more story.
Okay, well, I want to hear it.
I talked to Edgar Arnold, the builder.
Yes.
When I first bought it. He was 80 something maybe. So I was looking for memorabilia. I asked him, do you have any memorabilia? No, we didn't know that was important back then. I said, what about trophies? He said, well, we used to race in the northwestern U.S. and we came back to Canada with the trophies. At the border, they wanted us to pay a duty on the trophies.
Why?
I suppose back in the day they made them in silver.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he said, we just left them there.
Oh no.
At the border.
Oh.
They're either in a storage room somewhere or they've been melted down in teaspoons.
Oh, isn't that something? And you're from where?
Oklahoma in U.S.
Well, welcome. Welcome.
Everyone makes us feel very welcome.
Yeah, you know what? It's so nice to see these cars. I mean, you just don't see them, right? And this is a very special show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People in the U.S. don't even know this car because the American owners before me stayed in their region.
Right.
So one guy raced it on the West Coast when he bought it. They came to the Midwest, and there were 2 guys that owned it in succession, and they mostly raced in the Midwest.
Wow.
And I've taken it to Lime Rock, Watkins Glen, Laguna Seca twice, Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix, through the city park, the stone walls. Where else have I raced?
That's crazy.
Let me tell you about Watkins Glen.
Sure.
This right here.
Okay, I'm gonna get around here.
That's the sticker they put on your car when you drive the old track.
Okay. At Watson Glen, yeah.
And they line you up according to what they consider to be the significance of your car.
Oh, and
so
you were
there's like
30.
100 cars. And I know they take it seriously because half of them start on the right side of the street, the other half on the left side of the street. So I'm in the right side of the street, we start to move, and a car won't start. So there's a person on the left-hand side of the street waving that group on out. Somebody runs out into the street and says, no, you're not next. We get the other cars in this line out before you go. They were not going to get it out of order.
Wow.
And we went through the countryside, we went down Main Street in Watkins Glen, people cheering.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
It was a wonderful thing.
Yeah. And right-hand drive too, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really handy on counterclockwise racetracks.
I betcha. I betcha.
Especially the corkscrew.
Yeah, yeah.
When I can just look out my window.
Yeah, and see where you are.
And get on the apex just like that.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. I love the British racing green too. That's very cool.
Is this panel removable?
I'm sorry?
Is that panel removable?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just.
It reminds me of the Ferrari Model 6. Like when they put its model removable.
Now this has spare tire for and this one I have a photo of it with
Oh, it's right with the road.